guys, this video lesson will show you how to write body paragraph 1. Remember that the purpose of the body paragraphs are to teach about your different topics. So body paragraph 1 will focus only on topic 1. When we look back at our planning outline, topic 1 was species, and our two details, A and B, were American alligators and Chinese alligators. So let me share with you the parts of a body paragraph. First, we have the transition word, which is a part of the topic sentence. Second, we have 3 or 4 sentences about A. And third, we have 3 or 4 sentences about B. The last part of the body paragraph is the wrap-up sentence. So let's review our plan one more time. Our topic 1 is alligator species, and we're going to write about American alligators and Chinese alligators. So let's try it. I invite you to take out a piece of paper and a pencil and write these sentences as I type them, and let's build this body paragraph together. So here we go. The first thing I need to do when I'm starting a new paragraph is to indent. So there's my indentation. And I'll need to start with a transition word. I'm going to choose a very common transition word first, since this is my first body paragraph. All right, so there's my topic sentence. First, there are actually 2 different species of alligators in the world. My next step would be to write 3 or 4 sentences about A, which is the American alligator. So let's write these. All right, so my first sentence says, according to the text, alligators at risk, the most well-known type of alligator is the American alligator. Remember, the first sentence about A should always tell your reader what A actually is. So we've told our reader that A is the American alligator. Now we're going to teach our reader 2 things about the American alligator. Here we go. So the first thing that I'm teaching my reader is that the American alligator lives in the wetlands of the southern United States. Now I need to teach my reader one more thing about the American alligator. All right, so I've taught them a second fact. The American alligator lives in the wetlands of the southern United States, and it was listed under the Endangered Species Act, and it was illegal to hunt them. So I have finished step 2, which is to write 3 or 4 sentences about A. Now I need to write 3 or 4 sentences about B, which is the Chinese alligator. So remember, when you start your sentences about B, you need to first tell what B is. So my very first sentence, another type of alligator species is the Chinese alligator. That is telling my reader what B is. Now I need to teach my reader 2 things about the Chinese alligator. Okay, so the first thing that I'm teaching my reader is that the author states in Alligators at Risk that the Chinese alligator looks very similar to the American alligator. Now I need to teach my reader one more thing. So the second thing that I taught my reader about the Chinese alligator is that there are also far fewer Chinese alligators than American alligators because they are listed as critically endangered. So I've taught two things about the Chinese alligator. So far, I have my transition word and my topic sentence. I have 3 sentences about A, 3 sentences about B. The only thing I need to finish off my paragraph is my wrap-up sentence. So I'm going to wrap up with a simple sentence. Alligators are fascinating animals. Now, at this point, I want to make sure that I check my work and make sure that I have everything that I need. So a great way for me to do this is to color code this body paragraph. So let's start by highlighting the transition word. Check. And I want to color code my topic sentence so that it's green. Check. Next, I need to color code 3 sentences about A. So according to the text, alligators at risk, the most well-known type of alligator is the American alligator. That's 1 sentence about A. I will color code it blue. My next sentence about A, the American alligator lives in the wetlands of the southern United States. That's my second sentence about A. My next sentence says it was listed under the Endangered Species Act and it was illegal to hunt them. That's my third sentence about A. Now I'm ready to check my sentences about B. Another type of alligator species is the Chinese alligator. Let's color code this purple. The author, let's undo that. There we go. The author states in Alligators at Risk that the Chinese alligator looks very similar to the American alligator. We're color coding it purple. However, these reptiles are much smaller. There are also fewer Chinese alligators than American alligators because they are listed as critically endangered. Those last two will be purple. So I have a transition word, I have a topic sentence, 3 sentences about A, I have 4 sentences about B, and my wrap-up sentence says alligators are fascinating animals, and we will color code it red. So let's read what we have, making sure that it makes sense and that it flows nicely. Body paragraph 1. First, there are actually 2 different species of alligators in the world. According to the text, Alligators at Risk, the most well-known type of alligator is the American alligator. The American alligator lives in the wetlands of the southern United States. It was listed under the Endangered Species Act, and it was illegal to hunt them. Another type of alligator species is the Chinese alligator. The author states in Alligators at Risk that the Chinese alligator looks very similar to the American alligator. However, these reptiles are much smaller. There are also far fewer Chinese alligators than American alligators because they are listed as critically endangered. Alligators are fascinating animals. Now click the next video to learn how to write body paragraph 2.